My name is Ravi Agrawal, and I'm from John P. Stevens High School. My invention is called a life suit. And as an introduction, last year I suffered a traumatic accident in which I flew off a jet ski going 55 miles per hour in the opposite direction. When I hit the water, I had lost my glasses, and the glare from the sun had basically made me nauseous. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know how close I was to land. I couldn't drink the water because it had algal bloom and bacteria. So I was basically stranded. At the same time, the life jacket that I was wearing had inadequate support. I was struggling in water for 1.5 hours before anyone found me. I was screaming for 1.5 hours. When I came out of that experience a week later, I thought about it seriously, and I thought to myself, if I was in that situation again, what would I have wanted in my life jacket? It was at that point that I realized that we needed to modify that invention. Even though it's been done, we needed an improved version of it. So I split that invention into 4 themes. The 4 themes are flotation, insulation, desalination, and location. Now, as for insulation, you think of a normal life jacket. A normal life jacket does not insulate you. You go in cold water environments and you will lose heat. In fact, you lose heat 17 times faster in water than in air. So we combine the qualities of wetsuit, which employs neoprene fabric, and we basically attach it in flaps under the shoulder and the main areas that extend once you're in the water. So you can secure a lot of heat in your upper body. Because this is for emergency situations, we kept it in the upper body location and we didn't drop it down to the lower body part. But a future goal is to somehow extend to the lower body. Second part, we explored 3 ideas for desalination: electric propulsion, reverse osmosis membranes, and purification syrups. In the first 2 months, we knocked out purification syrups and electric propulsion. By our $10,000 standard, we could only do reverse osmosis membrane. And what we did is this: we created basically a bladder that purifies water with a huge vacuum. Water is sucked through an antimicrobial silver tube that kills the bacteria. Then, it goes through several mesh layers, reverse osmosis layers, to purify all the salts and ions. And basically, a person can suck up the water through a straw and drink clean, potable water. Now, a future goal is to improve the output level. That is a future goal. Another part of this is location. Now, let's say you and I get lost in a ship. If you come close to me, the location part of this idea will send vibrations throughout my body that increase in frequency as you get closer. The only problem is that this is very short distance and we need to somehow increase the range. Now, I'm going to be very honest, our prototype was not effective. It could use a lot of work, but this is a stepping stone in this field. You look at windows and you think to yourself, okay, this is an idea that's been explored. You look at life jackets and you say to yourself, okay, there's something that can be done to this idea. But the reality of it is, there needs to be more awareness for how inadequate this current invention is. There needs to be improvements, and I believe that this year, our team took a step in making those improvements, and we will continue to take those steps. Thank you.
So that was a very good explanation of your product, but can you tell me about the day that you got the grant? Especially since you were in an accident, how did you feel? What was the atmosphere of the team?
I'll tell you exactly what happened. Number 1, we didn't even know we were supposed to get the grant. I told the captain of our team to log in on the website and just see what happens, just see if we had the grant. He logged in and we found out that there was an account set up for us with the exact amount of money that we asked. And we knew right then that we had gotten the grant. So we ran down to the choir room and we told the co-captain and we all started screaming. We were all in school and we all started screaming. And for me personally, this is something very huge because my traumatic experience has led me to believe that my invention, even though it's not successful, is important. And that although it could use work, it could mean something in the future. That's what this MIT experience has done for me. It has shown me that I can be important in ways that I can use science as well.
So let's say I wanted to invent something that could potentially, save lives. What advice would you give me? How do I get started in something like this?
If you really ask me about this question, I think it's not about you. It's not about your ideas. This experience has taught me that teams are necessary for ideas. Half these ideas I didn't come up with myself. We all sat down together, we all talked together, and we would come up with ideas together. If you want to build something to save lives, you need to set up a good team around yourself. Remember that you can't do everything by yourself. You can't save lives by yourself. You need people who understand the cause and who are willing to work with you to brainstorm. That's how you build ideas that will last forever.
Just one more question. How would you describe your Eureka experience in one word?
Amazing. There's no other word for it.
Thank you guys so much. This is great, and great job. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.